What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, sporting in the left side of the map in the blue color, going with the tried and true Oranos. His name is Skady. His opponent today, sticking with his only god because he's a one-trick pony who needs to learn some other gods. Let's be completely real here, ladies and gentlemen. His name is the Rapl, and he is playing Odin. The map is Oasis. And for the YouTuber guys out there, if you want to come and get involved, this entire series' maps were picked by Twitch chat. So you can come along, come get involved, and come yell hilarious banter at these events. This one was a very spur of the moment type thing. We're going to try and do some of these a little bit, maybe make it a little bit organized, let you guys know about them so you can come and hang out. But game number 5. What a close series we've got here, ladies and gentlemen. Skady winning 2 games thus far. Rapl winning 2 games. The winner of this game gets all the marbles entirely. Every single one of the dollars goes to the winner. And those dollars do amount to $50. So not bad. Not bad for like a couple hours work. Maybe not even like an hour and a half. Like, come on, that's not a bad wage for playing video games. I tell you what. Anyways, we got Oasis as the map. Oranos versus Odin here. So for the longest time, Oranos has been one of the strongest gods, and Norse has felt incredibly powerless against Oranos. But then Odin came along, or should I say then Mr. came along, and he was like, guys, have you guys heard of Ulfsark? And then everyone was like, that's interesting. Ulfsark are infantry. Infantry units aren't good. We don't like building infantry. We like building units like the Hippocon against Norse. Anyways, have you guys heard of Ulfsark? And then he goes ahead and shows everyone that Ulfsark with Lone Wanderer are actually kind of bonkers good. So that's what Mr. showed us. And then the subsequent years became, Odin, too good. Oranos, Terma, Miller don't work anymore. And Oranos players whined for years and years and years. And then the next thing develops, and the champion of Oranos came in and dropped his guide to beating Odin. And he claims that he has something like an 80% win rate against Odin now that he's come up with this strategy. So we'll see if Skady's aware of it. I don't think that there's much to it, if you really ask me. I think it's just mostly get some Kyra Ballaster and don't be dumb. But Oranos versus Odin is possibly a very, very balanced matchup. It does feel very much 50-50. Either Odin wins or Oranos wins. Lol. Okay, but seriously, it's a very, very close matchup. So I'm excited to see what these guys are going to come up with, especially on this Oasis map. We've got 9 goat currently for Rapl. He's throwing up his temple over here, eating all of his zebra. He's great hunted his zebra. He has got only 2 giraffe here, so it is a low hunt. It's kind of a medium, like a low medium hunt Oasis, in that you had a big amount of zebra, not many giraffe. And let's see how many goat we actually still have here. It is only 9, and how many goat did our Oranos player get? 7 goat. So it's going to be a tough one here for both players in terms of the food. We do have Rapl with the WTF, and let's get rid of that by seeing what they're actually doing. Obviously, Prometheus and Freya, the gods of choice here. I think maybe he's WTFing about that zebra. No, I am WTFing about him actually gathering from this. So one thing to note about Odin is that you do not want 2 animals dead at once with Odin. That's the big advantage of having the ox guard. You want to kill 1 animal at a time. So much so that it is worth it to don't kill it. So much so that it's worth it to shift click all of your animals so that once they finish with that, they'll all shoot the next one. I think that is super worth it, super value. And if you do that, then you just move the ox cart around, follow the villagers, and live the dream. But Prometheus going to be up first. We do see the villager up on this location eating the giraffe. He's also got himself the berries over here. The raven is going to be spotting that one out. Now, the normal counter here, the way that I've been seeing good Oranos players playing this is they bring their oracles back to their forward hunt so that this Valkyrie has no threat. You don't necessarily have to Valor it. Now, you do Valor it if maybe a bunch of Herser come as well, and that's going to be a good help for you in order to defend the extra Hearser, but the idea is that you can manually create 1 or 2 oracles into oracle heroes in order to defend against the Valkyrie, so this villager doesn't have to just be sitting here garrisoned until you cast Valor on these units here. But we are seeing them coming out. They're going to immediately move up to this top location here. Is the villager going to be shooting the giraffe? Got to be careful. Got to be careful. He's going to be retreating away from this, going after this wood line here. But he does have to basically just sit in the manor until he comes over here with some units. He does have them out now, so he will be able to move up here. Meanwhile, we do see the Prometheans have been both sniped, but the Oracle going to try and get away here. He will be able to sneak into this corner, as we will probably be seeing Rapl attempting to get this at some point. There is the Valor, the villager turning around. The Valkyrie going to be very much feeling very weak here. The goat's being found somehow there by Rapl through the trees. Rappel's like, look over there, we've got some goats, come to my team. And he does find them, and he's going to be sending them home. Going to be very happy about that. Actually going to be moving up to more like 11 goats here in this game, as he's now able to move forward and eat these giraffe. We've now got a bunch of these Ulfsarg out, going to be moving forward here. The question is, when does Skady start making Pyroballister? When does Skady start making Pyroballister? Because the Ulfsarg are out. Pyroballister completely thwart these Ulfsarg, as long as you have enough of them. So long as you have enough of them. Now, Skady, he's moving over here. He's got himself out the Promethean as well. Obviously, Promethean very, very good against these. The Terma move at 5.5 speed. The Ulfsarg move at 5.28 speed. So there shouldn't be ever really much problem defending this. Nice shockwave there from Skady, hitting all of those. Ulfsarg does manage to snipe one, but there's the medium infantry coming through for Rapl. It's husbandry coming as well through for Rapl, so he can start eating his delicious hunt over here. And we are actually seeing this giraffe not getting eaten by Skady, which is a bit sad, because now Rappel's moving over here, and we see Skady says, look, I'm going to take this advantage now. I can tell your army is out of position going after this hero citizen, and I'm just going to move over here, and I'm going to take this fight. I've got myself my hero Terma to deal with this Valkyrie here, as he will be taking that down very, very fast. But the Ulfsarg are here. There are a couple of Murmillo that can help out nicely. The Terma do manage to snipe a unit there. The villagers will be retreating away and maybe going to be attempting to just jump onto this berry bush, but there is an Oracle here to help out, and it's looking like Rapl is on the back foot as Skady is pushing forward here. Going to be going after a villager, but there's the forest fire. That's going to force Skady away. Imagine if he held forest fire, though. You could save it for a rainy day, but no more rainy days to be had because it's a forest fire going on. That means that it can't be raining, right? Right? Anyways, the army are going to be retreating away from here as the Ulfsarg moving in. We will be seeing Skady getting away from this location. More units coming through for Skady. He's got a ton of Prometheans. And the problem here for Rapl is that Rappel's only got 2 Hearser and there are 2 Prometheans. So those Hearser have to basically do so much work, and Skady is simply going to focus them down and allow those Prometheans to be very, very strong. But now Rapl running rings around Skady, going to be attempting to find something to target down. We still haven't seen that giraffe get targeted here, and it's fine because the villager is just going to be eating on the berries and being fine with that. And we will be having to see some farms fairly soon here. Skady's got a lot of wood in the bank. It is worth it to simply just bring these goats over here and then eat your goats. So we are seeing some Pyroballister coming down now for Skady. So this is exactly what Moore talks about. He needs to get these Pyroballister out, and you simply just keep them in your base to defend those raids. You don't want to really move out of here until you move on to your second gold mine, and then you just sit on your second gold mine with those Pyroballister and defend the Ulfsarg as best as you can while you're pushing forward other advantages. As now we're seeing the Ulfsarg swinging around. The villager does jump into that manor there very, very quickly. Rapl is simply just distracting these Murmillo here, so no real problems, whereas the army is moving forward here for Rapl. The Term are going to be attempting to snipe some, throwing Axeman away there. He does get one, going to be pulling back. Every single snipe is a very big win here for Skady, as he's going to be, I mean, he's kind of 94 of 115 pop, and same with Rapl. So Rappel's actually managed to do very nicely. He did manage to snipe that Pyroballister. Probably shouldn't have brought that one out of his base, as the second town center is now on the way for Skady. And the question is, can Skady defend Rappel's army here or not? This Pyroballister out in the middle of the map. You have to be very, very careful with these Kyro Ballista, and he's not doing that at all. We see the Valor coming down, sacrificing a couple of Murmillo here as this town center is trying to shoot up here, and Rapl sees this and he's going to be like, no, 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 let's fight, let's go, let's go, let's go. But he is deciding to turn around here. Only one Kyro Ballista here, and it's looking like Rapl, I mean, he's not too happy about taking this fight just yet. We still don't have that shockwave up for our hero, Skady. Can I see this? No, I cannot. That's okay. We are seeing one of the hero citizens is getting taken down, preventing this town center from coming up. The medium infantry doing nicely. All those Kyro Ballista have been taken down. The Promethean currently, unfortunately, targeting down one of those Hursa. Need to take that down. This Hursa over here also getting taken down. 3 HP left in this citizen, and the Ulfsark has got, he just really wants to take that down. Another one of those Ulfsark have fallen. Skady, 80 population. Rapl, 82 population. Town center just about to get up, and this is a very, very close matchup, ladies and gentlemen, as both players in a very similar position, but Skady has got himself a second town center, so we'll see what he's going to be able to do with that in the near future. He's about to be running out of these goats over here. The goats are still lasting a long time for Rapl, but he is having to farm. So the question again comes, is Rapl going to be able to get to the heroic age where he can start abusing winter harvest irrigation, or is he going to be stuck in this classical age, have to go for second town center or not? And I do think that definitely getting to that heroic age is very vitally important for Rapl. He's going to keep trying to be active with these Ulfsark. He does not need to really fight here, but he definitely needs to make sure his gold mine is safe and secure here, because Skady, 2 town centers, he can simply just right click and take his hand off the keyboard and just spam 11 at Skady, at Rapl if he wants to fight here. Another brutal shockwave here from Skady onto all these Ulfsark. Does manage to get 2 Ulfsark kills as these Ulfsark going to be running away. These Ulfsark also running away, but the Kyro Ballista manage to snipe them down as they're trying to get away. The stray arrows manage to connect, and they do manage to take a ton of those Ulfsark down. That's going to hurt a lot here, as now Skady, he can just push. He can just push. Rapl is trying to get to the heroic age. He's a little bit short on gold. He will be getting that gold very, very shortly, but where else can he go? He can come up to the top gold mine, maybe. We do see these units over here, and I think this is okay here. Maybe Rapl can keep putting buildings up because Skady's getting distracted by them. We do see a little poke in there by Rapl. I love that poke, but Skady is on the way now for Rapl. And Skady, the Oranos player, a little bit to worry about, because this is when Odin shines in this matchup, is in the heroic age with all of those frost giants. So we'll see how it's going to go. The other way for Rapl to win this one is with a very, very strong Ragnarok gold staff. So we'll see if that's going to happen. Maybe here. Rapl going to be retreating back just a little bit. Maybe going to throw up himself a hill fort fairly shortly. Maybe not. Who knows? Well, we do see the military barracks coming up for Skady, taking down the army. This is giving Rapl so much time here, and Rapl is absolutely loving it. He keeps moving in, poking, forcing Skady back. Skady not close to the next age. We do see a cheeky Ulfsark raid over here. Not going to do all too much, but maybe the Ulfsark can sneak into the corner and throw a longhouse down and start being very, very annoying over here. All right, so Frost misfired. Not sure if he meant to use Frost here straight away. Normally you don't see that. But Rapl misfired that. He's going to be throwing up his hill fort. He's going to be throwing up his market. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. But they are coming in, and this is the big power spike that Rappel's been holding on to. And now we see walls coming up for Skady. Very rarely do we see Atlantean players throwing walls up. This is going to be a very, very nice wall for Skady to prevent any raids from coming in. And Rappel's got a bit of a journey in front of himself now. He's going to be facing 2 town center Oranos going through Thea. And he's throwing up his market in maybe an attempt to go through Ragnarok here, Balder, there is a world where he can get a gold staff because it's Oasis. The gold mines are all very, very exposed here, but he's only on 45 villages, so 46 villager Ragnarok's not that good, not that big. And we are definitely seeing Rapl trying to go one town center straight to the mythic age here, as Skady pushing back, can be taking out these units nicely. These Kyra Ballista very, very slow, but they are managing to get some shots off. And we'll see if Rapl can go anywhere. He is deciding to go through Balder. No surprises, to be honest. Axe of Muspel coming through as well for Rapl, and essentially Rapl is saying here in this game, I got one shot. I'm not going to miss my opportunity to make it happen. And Skady is pushing forward, trying to find villager kills here. As the dwarves are just going to retreat back home, going to jump onto wood, jump onto gold, trying to keep those alive for as long as possible. Oh no, the dwarves going the wrong way, but he does manage to pick get them away, and he will get into the town center for this moment. The temple is getting taken down. Very, very naughty here. Throw a temple down on this location, and we get a fire giant immediately attacking over here. So that's exactly what he's going to be going for here. The throwing axeman, he needs to keep those alive because he needs to be full population here. He can sell some wood, sell some food to keep building some extra units if he needs to. The frost giant going to sneak over here, going to be going after these Carabalas so nicely. It's exactly what he needs to do here. The hero Terma are coming in and hitting this as well. The villagers still mostly all alive. 45 villages. He was at 46. Balder 75% here, as Skady is making Rapl really, really suffer here. A third town center now coming down for Skady as the Olfsark hitting on this gold mine. I'm sure Rapl knows about this gold mine as well, but the villagers coming out now going after these Carabalas. He does not want to be doing this just yet. Still garrisoning into this location. There's the Balder popping out here. 43 villager Balder right now. There's a shockwave there as he tries to prevent those villagers from converting. I'm not actually sure if that works or not, but Skady now on the defensive. 194 pop to 130 pop. He's got himself a forward fire giant already wandering into his opponent's base. There are Stymphalian birds over here coming in to try and take down these Ulfsark, but that fire giant will be able to pick off the Stymphalian bird incredibly quickly if that's what he wants to do here. A secondary Stymphalian bird is coming over here as well, as now these are moving forward. Let's check out the armory upgrades. We just have copper shields in here. The problem is for Skady, he's got no answer to Ragnarok really here. He does not have fanatics. He does not have Kyra Ballista out anymore. He doesn't have towers, and this is going to be a tough one to hold. A very, very tough one, and Rapl is just streaming it onto this location. If Rapl can kill this town center, kill this palace, hold this gold mine up the top, it's going to be very, very tough for Skady. And we are seeing the heroes moving around here, need to be attacking at this point, as we're seeing the Ulfsark going after the villagers over here, as the Hesperid's tree is in here to try and pick off these Ulfsark. And now the heroes of Ragnarok swinging around. They will be spotting these villagers over here. 182 population now for Rapl, as Skady retreating back. He can utilize those Arcus to start sniping some of these heroes of Ragnarok, who will be taking down these barracks and the town center, more importantly, very, very fast. A bunch of villager kills over here, and a villager kill potentially over here on this location as well. Could be absolutely huge, but it's looking like Rapl's heroes of Ragnarok over here are dwindling. The town center will be falling here. 150 population to 145 population. And now Rapl has to figure out a way through these Arcus, and here's the problem. Rapl doesn't have a trade route whatsoever here. He's got no way to restart his economy. 400 food, 700 wood. Rapl's Ragnarok is getting very much decimated here in this game, and Rapl realizes he needs to take down this palace, but it's not going to happen that quickly. These Arcus doing absolute work here, but the palace is actually going to be going down, so Rapl might be able to push through here, as the first villager has actually popped out here. We do see these Ulfsark. They are getting sniped down, and now finally the heroes of Ragnarok are managing to make some ground here, taking down these Arcus very, very quickly. We do see a Stymphalian bird over here. These villagers going to get pulled off at this location. There is a world where Skady can start gathering from that gold mine, and he just needs to get back population here. And Rapl just needs to prevent Skady from getting a gold mine at this point. That's everything he needs to do. Well, beautiful ghost buildings here by Rapl as he's going to be able to prevent all of these citizens from escaping here. Very, very nice play by Rapl. He's going to snipe this citizen. He's going to snipe these 4 citizens. How many are left for Skady? It's going to be only 11 citizens left for Skady as these villagers now over here onto this location. We'll see the Stymphalian bird falling. Rapl knows that there's citizen over here, so he's going to be able to send his Heroes of Ragnarok over onto this location here. Skady losing another citizen, dropping down to that 11th citizen here, but he's pulling back. Needs to make sure if he fights this, that it's with all of his army thus far, because 65 pop. Skady, it's not that much, but Rapl is at 96 population here as we see a citizen falling. 6 villages currently for Rapl here onto this location. He's got himself plow and husbandry, so those villages are gathering very, very slowly as now the Heroes of Ragnarok swinging up onto this location. The villagers will be pulling away. We do see a Valkyrie over here. One very, very low HP citizen here is not going to get targeted down just yet. And Skady pulling back into his town center. He's going to start trying to sell some wood, sell some food here, and try and rebuild his army. He is moving over here with these archers. He does not want to really fight this outside of archer fire because the Heroes of Ragnarok just swing in here and take these archers down so easily. The villagers trying to move back over here. We do see a stray citizen is gathering gold. 21 HP citizen over here. And Rapl is not paying attention. He didn't actually manage to pick off that citizen for some reason. And he's not left a unit on that gold mine. We've got villagers returning over there. The Raven is sitting idly by somewhere. I don't know where. There's one here, which is obviously good. The other Raven not helping out at all. These villagers moving over here now as Rapl still pushing forward. 10 villages apiece here right now with a ton of idle citizen in this town center and Rapl pulling back. But my golly gosh, it's going to be a difficult one here for Rapl to put a complete ending statement on this game as Skady very, very much struggling to get the resources. Does he have a market anywhere? I don't see a market anywhere for Skady actually. So this gold mine being gathered is so important, but we see a Huskal coming in, going to start to take down these villages and prevent this while the Heroes of Ragnarok are going to be taking down this town center here. This citizen, very, very low HP, 5 HP, does manage to snipe that one down as the town center will be falling, pulling these Heroes of Ragnarok away, takes the town center down, and he will be able to continue fighting over here as the Huskals are going to be taking down these citizens as well. Skady is on 8 citizen now. He's basically almost back down to his starting citizen that you go up to into the classical age 7 citizen start. Almost losing this one as well, but Rapl is petering out as well. This Ragnarok is almost completely expired. Rapl 1 town center, Skady 1 town center. We are resetting here, ladies and gentlemen. Potentially, no, Skady says it's over. Skady taps out. GG, well played by Rapl, taking the series here with a brutal Ragnarok finish after completely messing up the frost there in that game. Apparently there was a lag spike on that one. I don't buy that for a second, but what an incredible game here from Rapl, managing to somehow make the 1 town center Ragnarok work here. And as I've said once, I'll say it again, Ragnarok is a perfectly balanced god power with no exploits at all. What a series here. Rapl takes the game, takes the prize money, $50 to Rapl. Unfortunately, Skady on this day did not manage to take this game, but played incredibly well nonetheless, and a fantastic series. If you guys enjoyed this one and want to see more of these, please consider hitting the follow, hitting the subscribe button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, also hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, leave a like. All that stuff does help, and I will see you guys in the next game.